It has a rather sticky distance regulation mechanism, so it is operable, but okay, for the purpose of presenting how to dismount and mount it, I will deal with it. It's pentacon 200. Okay, I have to get more light. So one screw, it's like a bolt, it's for fixing this attachment, and this screw is somewhere here. Generally it will be on the left side. I never opened this lens before, so it will be for me also a kind of experience, I would say. Experience. Okay, so what shall we do now? I still need more light. Okay, I think now I have enough of it, of the light. So I see, in order to open this lens, one has to unscrew this ring, and this ring needs special tool. It's not so easy. I am not in a possession of a kind of a special tool. Unscrewing rear element will not help a lot. Aha, okay, I see something very interesting. So, okay, let's unscrew the rear element. What I see here is a retaining screw. Maybe if I lose it, then this ring will come off. Okay. Still, it's not so easy. Not so easy. I have to go for the acetone. Okay, I have the acetone. If there is a lacquer, I'll try to soften it. Whole thing starts to rattle, so this focus helicoid is in one piece. So I close the real elements. Here's the retaining ring with this screw, and now we have to remember the orientation, then this assembly goes off, and now we have the helicoid. It's rather stiff. I went for a tissue, so now we can. It's rather stiff, but it's still operable, so we have to unscrew this one here. I think it's the limiter from the infinity to the closest distance. My special screwdriver is not fitting it. Okay, another one. I have a small one. Okay, I can lower it down, so it's not a problem. And now, here we have at the infinity. Here is kind of a tab, and this tab goes here. Okay. We can observe the amount of rotation past the infinity. Oh, it's just about 8 feet past. So if we will unscrew it, off it go. It started to rotate freely. Here is another one. Here is the and this is spring loaded. There are 2 spring loaded bolts that fit into this groove. Okay, they went off, so we can unscrew it. Better would be to remember the number of turns, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 3 and 1/3 of rotation. Okay, now we have a lot of old lubricant. So we have to get rid of it. Maybe I'll put gloves. Oh no, it won't be necessary. Oh, this lubricant is very solidified. Can remove those spring-loaded pins. Spring still inside. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. This ring should also separate. Because I don't think it was manufactured in one piece. Be a big problem to drill hole in such an element. But for us it's not important to dismount it. There are markings. Okay, we did some cleaning. We did some cleaning, and what is the idea? What is the idea? If it would be removable, then there should be some fixing. No, it's not giving the way. Okay, let's leave it. It's not important to deal with it. We have to clean again, or more solidified lubricant. Fully. Okay, now. Oh. We have to remove the inner helicoid. If you don't know the proper alignment, then it will be kind of a puzzle how to put everything in a workable order. But there are certain engravings. V or 5, 6, it's W or double V. I never relied upon those markings, but maybe they are helpful. Okay, but for me now, what is the position of engagement of the helicoid threads? Because it is a multi-threaded thread, so you can. There's a lot of them. 1, 2, 3. I won't count a lot, every one. There's a lot of them, but basing on those double V's, I will try to judge the proper engagement. It is not rotating, so I can align those double V's with certain number here, and it will be the entrance of the threads. So it might be easier. 8 meters. 8 meters, this groove near the V. So it is the entrance. If you remember this point, it's sometimes difficult to find the proper alignment of those threads. Never mind, let's clean it. It's not a matter of total cleanness, because some lubrification will be added afterwards, but it would be nice to remove all the grease from the grooves of the threads. Never mind, okay. Okay, now back to our aligning 8. It was 8, was here. And somewhere here it will be a good position of those helicoids. Okay, now we have this element, and it was 3 and something, if I remember correctly. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. Main thing it would be how much past infinity it was. Since it is a one thread, there is some lubrification. I'll add some, not too much, a very tiny amount of it. Tiny, but a minute amount, I would say, more properly. Because we were unscrewing it and it was okay. I want to know the first signs of engagement. First signs are somewhere here. So it will be 1, 2, 3 and something. And now it was 4. 4 and something. Okay, so now it even goes deeper. It was okay, but it is this position. We can fix it. We can fix it. We can fix it. Okay, infinity. Close distance. Okay. Okay, now we have to put back everything. But if we go to infinity, then those openings, infinity. Okay, never mind. Let's do it not infinity, but closest distance, so the inner helicoid will be retracted. Yes, it is retracted. We have no access to those. Oh, yes, now we have the access to the openings for those spring-loaded pins. We can put them back. One is in the position and another one. 2. So now the idea is to have those pins in a position, because there are 2 of them. So I don't have third hand, but I can press them gradually, and gradually. Come on. No, they are not going to cooperate. So probably at the factory they had a special tool to pressing them simultaneously. They have no such a tool. This tool would be like a ring, but I have no such a tool. So what can we do with this kind of situation? We have to press them both. Yes. Yes, it would be nice to have a third hand. But I don't have third hand at hand. Third hand at hand. What shall we do? I have to think of an Mm. Yes, that's a nice question, how to mount it back together. How to mount it back together. Maybe. Since they are not retracting fully, so it suggests that you have to okay. Yes, definitely I need a third hand or a kind of a tool. Yes, that's a good question. Without a special tool, I want to gradually try to it's too shallow. Shallow. Ahí está. I have to remove this screw now. Have to go for another screwdriver. Okay, this screw will enable me to operate it past infinity. It might help adjusting. Oh, now it went smoothly. I was fighting with it, but that means that if I put it at the infinity, it does not disengage, but it is prone to disengagement. So it's not the position, because at the so we are, let's see, okay, maybe, okay, that's it, that's it. Now we are past infinity, that is, oh, it stucks. Okay. So we are short of one rotation of this fine thread. Okay, so we have to undo it again. Come on, what are you waiting for? We have to remove it. Okay. 3 and 4. So okay, so it must be 1 turn and something before we stabilize it with the screw. Counting does not matter at all in this position, so it's hops, hops, and then 1 turn, hops, and now we have to retract the helicoid. We have to let's see if it will help. I think it is it. So there's nothing special except to engage the inner helicoid into the outer helicoid properly, and if you have those two parts in a position that you don't know the proper mount, then you have certain possibilities. You have, I would rather count them for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 7 of them. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 possibilities. to engage them in such a position that, because why 14? Because there's only one notch, and there's one notch, and you have to, we will try if it is now in a correct position. Oh yes, it is in a correct position. Okay, but back to the alignment. You have some positions of the inner helicoid to thread into the outer helicoid. It's a matter of trying, and then you have to remember that this fine thread should be, if you thread it fully inside without this inner helicoid which might be obstructing, you remove the inner helicoid, then you screw it completely, then it will be in a certain position. Then it must be this amount of rotation plus one whole rotation backward, and then it is the position, and that's it. I put some, but I don't think it is needed. I didn't clean it thoroughly, so, but I'll put some lubrication, but very minute amount of it, mainly here where those grooves, guiding grooves are, not grooves but grooves, and some more, but very small amount. Those are rather seldomly used lenses, so I would prefer not to have them oiled. Well, it's rather smooth and easy. Okay, putting back together is rather straightforward and simple. You might find some difficulties in unscrewing this ring without special tool, but if you loosen this screw, this grab screw, or I don't know how they call it, retaining screw, I would rather say retaining screw, and soaking this thread with acetone. As you could see, I did open it without special tool. Okay. Now I'll fix this grab screw or retaining screw. At the factory they would put some lacquer here, but I'm not the factory. Now we have to put this back plate, and as far as I remember, the one with the protruding head was here. Not protruding, sorry, extending head, or a bolt-like head. Hop and hop and hop. I have exact mount, but this is interchangeable part of this lens. It's a nice thing because you could put here another mount, this M41, or I think it's Practina. I don't know if it was adapted for the pentacon, but it might be so. It might be adapted to anything with this kind of adapter. very stiff. Or jam prone, jamming prone. Now it's smooth and easy. And that's it, nothing mystical. I had some problems with putting those spring-loaded bolts, but it was my fault because I did not lose the infinity locking pin. This lens, as you could see, or you can see, has a lot of fungi. As I can remember if it was due to fungi or someone was cleaning them improperly. But as you can see, the anti-reflective layers are damaged. That's it. Thank you. Okay, a little addendum. It's a good practice to check if everything is okay in order to reach the infinity. I did check it, but at this point it happened that there is kind of misalignment. I switched to a M41 adapter, and it happened that position of this protruding pin is not the correct one. It should be here, so I have to unscrew it. Someone did it wrongly. I have to correct it. It's a problem with this thread. It's kind of broken. No, it's okay. Yeah, it's not the correct position. Again, thank you.